Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Blue Binks here. Today I'm going to be filming a cast makeover. I wanted to update and give my game a new look, and I really love how it all turned out. I've been meaning to download a lot of this content, and I finally got a new PC, so it just has really opened up a lot of gameplay for me, which is super exciting. And so I wanted to show some of the things that I downloaded recently, and it's just really allowed me to get inspired when creating my Sims. So I hope you enjoy. As always, thank you to all the amazing content creators. I will make sure everything is CC'd down below. So please, if you like this kind of video, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Okay, so first I want to be starting off with this beautiful background that I recently downloaded. I love all my Sims backgrounds. I think it's such a fun way to get creative and just change the overall look of the game. So I will have this one linked below, but I really just liked that it was kind of green toned, neutrals. It doesn't really overpower the game for me, and so I really liked this one. I love the plant detailing. I couldn't really do backgrounds like this with my old computer since sometimes it would cause some graphic delays, so this has definitely been really exciting for me to have. I do also love my plain kind of pastel backgrounds too. That's definitely easier when creating thumbnails and different things like that, but this one is definitely a great addition. I really love the way it looks when I'm in Create a Sims. I keep a lot of these in a folder that I can always go back to, and so I appreciate that I can change things out depending on what I'm working on, and I definitely am going to be using some Christmas themed ones in some upcoming videos as well, but I will make sure everything is linked below there, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful background. I do too, and I love just the little throw-in details of the plants that you can actually find in game. Super cute. The next big thing that I did, and you may notice graphic-wise things look a little bit different, is that I actually finally did G-Shade. I have never done it before, and this was my first time getting to download that and play with it, and so it really just kind of gives your graphics a different look. I'm going to show y'all right now. And so with this, you get a lot of additional kind of filters that you can do. I'm going to zoom in on my sim a little bit just so you can really see the difference. So right here, I have currently the Serenity gameplay filter on, but if I turn that off, this is what my game looks like. Still looks amazing, great quality graphics, but it just kind of gives it a different effect when you go into. There's certain ones that I prefer. I really do like the Serenity gameplay. There's even a screenshot version that kind of gives a different effect. That one, it really focuses on your sim and kind of filters out the background. So definitely another great addition. It really just depends on what your preference is. I also really love this Pearl one. That one's a bit more of kind of a white contrast, I would say, and then the Serene one is also beautiful, but it just really gives a different effect. And I will say some of the skins that I would use on my Sims that were a bit on the harsher side, I just love the way they look now with this. So this has really kind of opened up my gameplay and style, so I just love getting to kind of play around with this. Going back to the off with nothing, I also downloaded a better lighting mod, so I will have that linked below too, but that's definitely helping with it, and that was by Northern Siberia Winds. So this is just really enhancing for me Create a Sim, and I just really enjoy the way it looks, and it's been kind of inspiring me to create Sims that are a little bit more out of my comfort zone too. So definitely, as always, be careful when you're downloading custom content. Make sure it's from sources that you trust. Let me know if you want to see a video in the future of how to get G-Shade set up. I watched a lot of helpful ones when doing it too, but definitely really enjoying this right now. Okay, so now the next thing that I did, this has been such a game changer for me. So I'm really big when it comes to skin details. I think that's a big way to give a really different look with your Sims. And the tough part about it though is it's not really separated the way like makeup and some of these others are. Like honestly, I would prefer if we had something similar to like teeth, brow details, cheek details. It's all in one. And so you're kind of having to guess at times of which ones layer correctly with each other. And so I was able to download this awesome cast organizer. This is the minimalist style, and so what it does is it tells me where everything kind of goes. That way I know if two things are gonna counteract with each other or if I can layer them. So you'll see this now. I have this forehead crease option, and this tells me everything here is gonna be something that I can put on that would be under that forehead crease, and then when I move on now to mouth crease, that shows that I can lay that on top of it and it's not gonna counteract. So this has really opened up for me how many skins and details I can add on to my Sims. So right here you see the freckles. So it's really just helping me at the category and knowing, hey, I can add one more thing in and it's not gonna, you know, have a bad reaction. So this has definitely been a game changer for me. I love it, and it's really, once again, allowed me to make even more diverse Sims for myself, since I can play around and add a lot of different effects. And that's ultimately what I think really gives my Sims a different look, is going to be adding those details that are just not available in the game currently. And same thing if you go to your accessories category, I have this too, since this sometimes doesn't always, yes, you have the separation in piercings, glasses, and necklaces, but even amongst the piercings, you know, it's sometimes a guessing game of how many nose piercings can I put on versus if I did that, and then can I add this one over here? And that's yes, because you can see nose ring left versus brow ring right is where that was categorized. So it gives you some different functionality there that I really appreciate. And then you have that. So let me go ahead and remove those. One other thing I wanted to shout out, since this happened whenever I was making this video, is that Miko finally updated her eyelashes. So definitely recommend getting those added back. I'm so excited. I've missed them so much. So that was a great surprise there. But that's about my organizer, and that's really been a big help for me gameplay wise. I've always had these more column mods in, and that's definitely another thing I'm still gonna CC. They're just so helpful. One tip that I was struggling with and totally forgot is when you go to the accessibility, this is kind of how you can resize things in your game, which is super nice. So if you do have the space for more columns, definitely take advantage of using that if you want to kind of line everything up for yourself. And then this other update that I recently was able to get is not really impacting my gameplay per se, but it definitely just kind of gives a better image, and it's this Plumbob CC wrench. And so this has replaced that wrench that I would always have with custom content. I just like it's a cleaner aesthetic for me. It just makes me happy, and I think that's definitely a big thing. But now all my custom content have that. There's also like a heart version. There's lots of others. Other creators make them too. This was just one that I felt complemented the aesthetic that I was going for. Definitely love this, and I think it's just such a cuter look, especially on like all the hairs and stuff and the color options. Definitely thought that was a great addition for my game. And then I'm sure, as all of y'all are very familiar, we have the just generic undergarments that come with your Sims. I was able to download this beautiful black set. I just like that it's a bit more of a neutral base for me, and I just prefer it than the other one. There was a white option too. This is what I went for, and then there's also a mod that makes more realistic feet, so I did that too, and I really like the look of it overall, and just that blank canvas that I was looking for there. And so you might be noticing that my Sim is actually standing still. I don't know why it took me so long to download that mod, but I got the standstill in CAS, and it is such a game changer. It keeps my Sim in the same place. It makes it so much easier for me when doing screenshots and things like that. So this has definitely been a great addition to my game, and I will make sure that that is linked below as well. I also was able to download another one that is a full control, and what that means is typically if I were to like click in, it's gonna zoom like this, but if I want to look at her this way and kind of tweak things and then go to accessories, it's still gonna keep her in that same position instead of moving back and forth. Things, it definitely is a bit more helpful to have that, or like the accessories when you kind of want to get close in with the bracelets and things like that. So I really do love this. You can also add a hand feature in it. So if I go to her fingernails, it's gonna put her hands like this for me. It just gives you a better visual when picking out nails, especially ones that maybe have multiple colors like this polish. I just really love this, and I think it's a great look. It just really helps me when creating Sims, and I think that's the biggest part when it comes to things like this. Another mod that I was able to download that has really been such a lifesaver and time saver is the randomize accessories. And so before, whenever I'd randomize a Sim, they would have so many crazy accessories, like 10 piercings, just different things like that. And now they don't. So definitely another great one that I would highly recommend. that's all the main stuff that I recently got. Of course, I do have some pose mods that I want to share as well. These are instrumental when I'm filming, making screenshots, different things like that. So I definitely want to make sure that's CC'd below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick one, but definitely has made a huge impact on my gameplay recently. So I wanted to share everything. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment of what you would like to see me make in the future. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.